It's all about perception, says our next guest, and based on capital outflows, seems like investors are not as concerned over the global economy. What could this mean for gold? We have Peter Hugg, Kitco's Global Trading Director, joining us now. Peter, thanks for being with us.
It's nice to be here again.
So, Peter, we see capital flow out of gold and into others, as you put it, depressed commodities this Tuesday. What would need to happen to entice investors back into gold here, Peter?
Well, I'm not negative gold. It's just if you look at the action we've seen over the past week, whenever there's been a rout in the equity markets, you've had buying into gold. And the rout has basically been premised on the fact that we're in a global deflation and everything was melting down, which created some negativity towards the industrial metals. So you've had copper, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium under pressure. And then whenever you get this lift in the stock market, primarily instigated from either a flat or an up Chinese market, you tend then to get the perception that, well, maybe things aren't as bad and we really do have okay growth. And the industrial commodities then tend to gather some steam. And you have money moving into the depressed commodities, such as copper, which is down massive over the past year. Silver, which on a ratio basis is traded as low as 80-1 to gold, and some of the PGM groups. So today you have the stock market up 300 points. You have gold relatively flat, but you have the other metals in percentage terms all showing nice gains.
So Peter, let me ask you, gold buyers seem to be emerging in the 1115, 1117 area. Is this the key support for gold right now?
Well, I think 1117 holds until we get the Fed meeting out of the way next week. It's tested it twice. It's met good support at 1117. So I suspect gold will probably stay in the 1117, sort of 1135 range. Again, assuming nothing major happens between now and then in the Chinese exchanges, which will obviously negatively or positively affect both Europe and the U.S. So I see a tight range until that Fed meeting gets behind us next week.
Peter, let's talk silver. The metal got a boost this Tuesday. We're also seeing a shortage on the silver side. How do you see the metal set up here?
Well, silver is really acting odd. I mean, from a wholesale perspective, there's still some fund selling into the silver market. But from a physical perspective, I've never seen this market in the 40 years I've been in the business. There's virtually no silver product from an investment perspective on the market. And the product that is on the market is trading at premiums that are extremely high. I mean, Maple Leafs and Silver Eagles are trading north of $6 over the price of silver. Now, there is a bright spot, but people will have to move on it fairly quickly. The Australian government is issuing a 1-ounce silver kangaroo coin. It's due to be released September 21st. And the premium on that coin, and it's a 4/9 1-ounce silver coin intended to compete with the Eagle and the Maple Leaf, is still trading at a premium that is realistic. Some $3.50 over silver compared to $5 to $6 for the Eagle and the Maple Leaf. But I suspect as soon as those coins come out on the 21st, the supplies will dwindle and the premiums on that coin will go up as well.
Peter, that's good info. And before I let you go, it seems the markets are just waiting on next week's FOMC. It's all about those rate hikes. But how could you play this market right now? What could be a good trade to focus on ahead of the policy meeting here?
I think if the Fed raises, and I think, again, I've not been in the camp that they should, but they still may, only because they're sort of boxed into a corner. I stick with my guns that the Fed raises rates. I think the initial gut reaction is there'll be a push down on the metals, but I think that lower price should be bought because once the Fed moves, they won't move again, in my opinion, probably well through 2016.
Pete, thanks so much for your thoughts today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for watching Kitco's Gold Report. We'll see you tomorrow.